If you don't want to watch some washed up former YouTube stars' meaningless opinions on Ant-Man and the Wasp, then you should probably exit this video. If so, then you're in the right place. Ant-Man and the Wasp is the 56th installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and just like its predecessor, it stars Paul Rudd as the Ant, Evangeline Lilly as the Wasp, and Michael Douglas as the Old Ant. Now, the first Ant-Man film was enjoyable, but ultimately forgettable. I never really had the urge to revisit that film. So with Ant-Man and the Wasp, I really wasn't expecting much, and I honestly didn't really get very much either. You see, Ant-Man and the Wasp is such a meandering film that tries to take itself into a lot of different directions, but really just ends up getting itself lost in the process. The core of the story is simple enough. Hank Pym and Hope Van Dyne crack a plan to rescue Hope's mother from the quantum realm. Scott Lang, Ant-Man, who's under arrest for his actions in Civil War, obviously gets dragged into the mission that embodies the main story of this film. On top of that, there are two villains, both of them equally uninteresting and with very convenient motivations. That's really the best way I can describe this film, is that everything is just so convenient about it. It's like it's always spoon-feeding you information and just treating you like you're not smart enough to sort of kind of catch its drift and understand what's going on just by watching and listening. Like, for example, Laurence Fishburne's character. It seems like his sole purpose in this film is just to explain why the villain of Ghost is a villain. That's pretty much all he's used for in this movie. Now, the comedy is where Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think, really shines. There's a pretty funny bit where Ant-Man's suit isn't working and he doesn't have control of his growth and shrink abilities. Michael Peña's Luis has some scene-stealing moments, and I personally enjoyed the back and forth between Randall Park and Paul Rudd while Scott, as a character, was still under house arrest. But this movie is honestly kind of a missed opportunity, and I'll explain to you why. It seems like every single Marvel movie has to hit that 2-hour mark and cram as much crap in there as possible, a lot of fan service and whatnot. The thing is, Ant-Man isn't a very important character, whether you like it or not. As far as the Marvel Cinematic Universe goes, his character thus far hasn't had very much to do. He's just kind of a likable, funny guy. So I think that this film could have been the perfect experimental palette for Marvel to make a film that was short and sweet. I'm thinking it could have run in at about 85 to 90 minutes long. I think it would have been really cool to see a Marvel movie that wasn't bloated and just trying to hit that 2-hour goal. I wish they would make something that was just well-paced, fast, fun, and just enjoyable to watch. Overall, it just seems that there were a lot of subplots that were holding this movie back from being a fast-paced summer romp. The action, when it's there, is well shot, and the characters all feel natural and likable, but the movie itself just feels kind of empty almost. Like it's just not really trying to go anywhere. It's just staying put the whole time. So when it all really comes down to it, what were we expecting from a separate Marvel movie coming off the heels of Infinity War? I mean, really, what did we want out of this movie? I don't even know what I wanted. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. This is lukemick signing off, and have a good night, everybody.